Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Jackie 254. I do lifestyle vlogs, traveling, cooking, and everything nice. And today I just want to say thank you to all returning subscribers. I don't take you for granted. And all the newbies. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't know what to say. You guys are already at 1250. We only have 40% of you who haven't subscribed to my channel. Please do subscribe. It's absolutely free. You, the 40% who usually watch and don't subscribe, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, guys? Please subscribe. Anyway, do you know the most thing that makes you not, even the hardest thing that makes you not think about making your money or saving your money? Do you? Basically, today we are going to talk of actually how to make money, how to save your money, your financial freedom. And given that now the finance bill is about to pass, which I'm not vying for or voting for, because this financial bill is about to even tell us to tax for things that don't even make any sense. Actually, the government is pressing us to the limits whereby it is not fair at all. Most of the youths don't have jobs, so there's no cash flow in the country, and basically there is no money. There's not that much money going around, surfacing around. So the most hardest thing you could ever do is not to think about your money and how to manage your money. So that's what we are going to talk of today. So stick around, make sure to listen, make sure to subscribe, make sure to interact at the comment section so that we can get to know what we can do about this financial freedom thing. And I'm going to bring a lot of series about this. Stick around on this channel to always get notified about the videos I make all the time. So karibuni sana. The most hardest thing to ever do or to think about in terms of managing your money is actually making a decision to do it. Always in everything, the beginning of something is always the hardest part. Just sitting down, making a decision on how to manage your money depends with so much, because it depends where you're coming from, the source of the money, where it's coming from, your spending, you know, how you spend the money really matters a lot. So the best thing I've written the notes, so you will see me looking at them oftenly. And the first thing I would urge people to do before thinking on how to manage the money, begin without thinking money. What do I mean begin without thinking money? Because when you think a lot about your money, you start looking at, oh, I have assets, I have liabilities, I have so many things to spend the money on. So you won't be able to be thinking straight on managing the money, because managing the money requires somebody who really does a lot of sacrifice. It's not going to be easy, whereby you have to manage the money you know that you've had earned. And the fact that maybe, let's say for example, if you know yourself you're a spender, it is going to be one of the most difficult things to set aside just money for just not spending. And that's why I said from the beginning, making the decision is the most crucial part to make it. So start by not thinking about the money. And when you not think about the money, there are questions you have to ask yourselves. Thinking of making financial decisions, there are questions you really have to sit down and ask yourself critically. And just just ask yourself those questions and be critical, be logical to yourself, and be honest to yourself with the questions that you have to ask. And the questions you need to ask, I wrote them down for you. Why have I been putting it off? Why have you been putting that money aside? You should ask yourself, is it for a target? Is it for a goal? Is it for just the way I said, if you're a spender, you are just putting it for a certain goal, to maybe for a trip, maybe for a retreat, maybe for spa date or something, you have to ask yourself, why have I been putting it off, the money? The second question you need to ask yourself, what do I have to fear by not doing it? What do I have to fear if I don't manage my money? What do I have to fear? Is it the essence of the... When you ask those questions, you'll find out whether it's it because you have a poverty mentality or lack mentality, or if I don't, you'll have ifs that if you don't manage your money, maybe there's going to deplete. Those questions will come about when you ask, what do I have to fear by not doing it? You get? So the other question you need to ask yourself, what type of pleasures do I receive by indulging in procrastination? When you procrastinate on managing your money, you'll always, of course, ask yourself questions like those ones. Because if you cannot manage your money at the moment, what do you expect if you procrastinate? Is it going to continue helping you not achieve the goal you want to achieve? Is it that going to make you not get to where you want to go in terms of your financial freedom, the journey? So those questions you got to ask yourself as often as you're trying to manage your money. The other question is, what will it cost me if I do not do it now? If you don't start it now, when will you start? When will you start managing the money? Because like I said, as you see, the financial bill is almost taxing us even the most unnecessary things to be taxed, from animals to car wheels to just things that are not even making sense, which I'm not even I'm fighting this financial bill because I want it to pass. Because one thing, like I said in the beginning, many of the youths don't have jobs. There is no cash flow in the country. So where do they expect this money to come from? And that trickles down to ourselves individually, how we manage our finances. So when you ask yourself, what will it cost me if I do not do it now? It will tell you how to manage your finances, or you'll be able to answer yourself how you'll be able to manage that money, or the little that you make, or the salary, or the sources that you get your income. You'll be able to manage them when you ask yourself such question. So make the decision to make a decision. You get? What do I mean by this? Like, you have to just go with the flow and decide once and for all. You have to make that decision of managing that money, because if you don't, who will? If you don't manage that little income you have, if you don't manage that little hustle you have, if you don't manage that little source of income that you do have, who will actually manage it for you? So just make a decision to make a decision. Make the decision to make a decision. Make the decision oftenly. You might always, every time we are starting with the new year, people usually have resolutions, But most of the time, it won't surprise me to tell you that at the end of the year, if you look at the resolutions you made in the beginning of the year, they have not come to fruition, because most of the time people just start with a strong mentality of like, yes, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna write. In fact, people write them down, but they don't normally actually come to pass because you don't make the decisions oftenly. You just make the decision at the beginning of the year and don't follow it up. So there's no way it's going to come to fruition. So that's what I'm saying. As you're managing your finances, you make the decision oftenly. Like today, when you make a cheat day, or let's say when you realize at some point there's some things you don't necessarily need, you will have to rethink about them and make a decision oftenly. Review your decisions on your finances. Review your decisions on your finances in terms of whatever I am using or whatever money I'm taking to, is it worthy? Is it useful? Do I have to do it? Is it a must? Do I have to have it? When you make those decisions oftenly, you'll be able to manage your finances however much or however little they are. Be flexible. Be flexible. What do I mean by being flexible? It's whereby you don't have to think everything has to be black and white. You have to leave traces of gray areas. What do I mean? An emergency. You had fixed your entire accounts the entire month or the entire week or the entire day. But sometimes things don't go as we expect them to. So you have to leave some gray area for you to be able to manage your finances. So be flexible in that aspect, whereby things don't always go as you would expect them to. Enjoy making decisions. Not many people enjoy making decisions on terms, in terms of money, finances, especially the money you've really earned very, very hard. It's people don't enjoy making the decision. And that's why I'm telling you, you have to ask yourself so many questions so that you can know where you're coming from. Is it from a poverty mentality? Is it from a lack mentality? You need to actually be happy or enjoy making the decisions. If you've decided this week I'm not going to spend more than $100, you made that decision. Live to it and enjoy the fact that you made that decision. Don't have wishy-washy kind of thoughts in your head that, no, I didn't enjoy making the decision, I was pushed, I was coerced. No, 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 no. Enjoy making the financial decisions, by the way. Another thing that is all about for everybody and anybody, create short-term and long-term goals. In your management of your finances, you need to create long-term and short-term goals. And you'll be able to know when you create short-term, the duration of how you'll manage those funds or manage that money will be very clear on how you're doing your savings. Long-term as well, you'll be knowing that this money I'm putting aside is for maybe building, which is not a main fit decision, because building is not an overnight decision to make, or is not an overnight project that you will put funds and actually make it very quick. But having an asset in any form is just a long-term decision, because you need to figure out. Creating short-term decisions can be even buying a goat or a chicken or such a thing. But things to do with cars, housing, and all that, it's a long-term decision which needs to be thought through, and how to be strategized on how you save the money. Last and not least, do your homework. Do your homework in the things you want, surrounding the money that you want to manage, how you do it. You know, your entire year you accumulate certain amount of money. You know, an entire week you accumulate a certain amount of money. You know, an entire month you accumulate a certain amount of money. Do your homework, do your research about your own finances before you start heading to depression on thinking how you have too much expectations that are not tallying with your pockets. So you need to really do your homework on how much you have, on how your income flows, on how you actually get your funds to do the things you want to do. You really need to do a lot of homework. So like I said, I'm going to do a lot of these series this season. You need to stick around and get to know more of this information that I'm going to share. Because like I said, I'm not supporting the finance bill, because it's very bad. It's pushing the common mwananchi to the level that we cannot afford. It's just chewing more than biting what we can't chew. So I'll be doing a lot of these things to do with finances. And I hope you got a thing or three or two about how to manage your money, or the things you need to figure out before managing your funds and your finances, and the questions you need to ask yourself. And I hope you've learned something. So till next time, God bless you. I love you so much, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. And as well, you can interact with me in all my social media platform. I'm Miss Jackie 254. That is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is actually nowadays called X, TikTok, and of course, yours truly, YouTube. So till next time, God bless you guys. I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. See ya. Do you safe.